I'm Coach Miller, and welcome to All Marine Fighter. And today, we're going to talk about the issue with Clarissa Shields. Now, I have to throw a caveat out there that I like Clarissa Shields as a fighter. She really is just very talented. I saw her in the amateurs. She won 2 gold medals. I was watching her amateur career, cheering her on, because when I fought during that time, females didn't have a chance in the Olympics. So I think it was probably, sheesh, man, a couple years, it might have been several years after I left the All-Marine Corps boxing team, that they finally came up and allowed females to join the Olympics and fight and compete. And Clarissa Shields was one of those, first representatives for our nation to do that as a female fighter. And even in her professional career, I've seen her fights. She's a very talented fighter, okay? I like the way that she fights. But I do have to say that there is one thing that's going to absolutely just destroy her career. And it's the attitude. It's a little bit of that background culture that she brings with her to the table. Nobody likes the ghetto mentality. I'm sorry, we just don't. I know that in boxing, there's different cultures that come to the arena, but even amongst American black fighters, nobody acts that way. Nobody acts all ghetto gangster. Now, where do I come up with this? So she spars this Eastern European dude and gets dropped because she's egging him on and pushing on him, and he's taking it easy on her, because as males, we take it easy on female fighters. I have sparred plenty of female fighters, both amateur and professional, both at the lower end of amateurs and national champions and Olympians, to include professional champions, female champions. I'm gonna make a video here pretty soon by the time that I had a sparring match with the female heavyweight champion of the world, but that's a video for another time. When we as males get in there and spar our female counterparts, we don't hit them all out. Why? Because you're going to destroy them. You're going to destroy them. 99% of men can just absolutely annihilate almost any, 99% of women. Let's just say 99%. I was in the United States Marine Corps for 12.5 years. And anybody who wants to say, oh no, I've seen tough women. Oh, I've seen the toughest of tough women bow and break under the pressure that a man of average size and stature can drive. As a sergeant of Marines, I could drive a standard under average male harder and faster than any top of the line female. And you know what's funny about this? I want to talk about that attitude that Clarissa Shields has. 99.9% of female fighters understand their place in this whole thing. It's that women fighters will never stand up and bow up and be able to take male fighters, okay? But it's the female fighters that are so full of themselves, they have major accomplishments that they think that that's going to translate over into taking on males. She wants to talk about, oh, well, I take on males and I've done this and I've done that. Like, yeah, it's because men are taking it easy on you. You know the truth, and I know the truth, and all the people around know the truth. She got dropped by this Eastern European dude, and she wants to accuse him, well, you took the padding out of the gloves and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, please. That little short clip video, you could maybe say, oh, well, maybe it's possible. But if you see the longer form of it, they've been sparring for a while. She didn't say anything about that before. And let me tell you what, I have sparred against guys who that have gloves that are just worn. I don't think they actually intentionally took padding out, but the glove padding was very worn, and you can feel the little bit of the knuckle. And I'm like, oh man, you gotta change gloves, brother. That's a little rough. You can feel the knuckle. So she's in the ring with this dude, but she's not talking about that. She's still talking trash to him. And you know what he does? Slips, boom, hits her with a hook and knocks her on her rear end. And I bet you he didn't even hit her all that hard. She'd have been out for a long time after that. Clarissa Shields better understand and come back into the memory that while she may be a top female professional fighter, she is still a female professional fighter. Get butthurt all you want about that, but any man can put her rear end down. And she wants to say, well, I could slip punches and whatever. Okay, that's fine. We'll just wail on your body and collapse you. Seriously, that's the difference. A man is physically stronger than a woman. I know it's not politically correct to say in today's culture, But this is ridiculous. And this whole attitude that she gives. Oh, I forgot to even mention, when she got knocked down, she accused him of taking the padding out. And she was talking about on a video clip how, oh, I went out to my car. I was going to get my knife and cut this guy. Like, really? This whole ghetto gangster thing? Like, shut up. Stop it. Just stop it. Nobody wants to see that crap in professional boxing. Remember, you're an entertainer. Nobody wants to see that crap. You're not in the hood. You're a professional fighter. Have some class, woman. Now, this is with the caveat that I like Clarissa Shields. I can only think of, and I gotta tell you, I can only think of maybe a handful of fighters. I can only count on one hand of female fighters that I actually like watching or have had a very high opinion of in the past, because most female fighters are garbage. Their technique is terrible. They're lousy fights. It's not the greatest. Female boxing has a long way to go, and they are coming a long way. But I can think of, there are fighters in my amateur career where I remember I was on the Army Corps boxing team, and there was this gal. She was so good, and she stood out from amongst all the other female fighters on the Army Corps team. Yeah, the females didn't have the Olympics to be able to go to, but they still competed for nationals and stuff. So the Marine Corps had a female team for a while, but then they disbanded the female team, and then they brought it back eventually. So that being said, I remember saying, wow, she's really good. I like the way her technique is super crisp, stuff like that. Well, Clarissa Shields, she's like that. I like watching. I'm like, wow, she's really good. I'm entertained by watching her fight. So anyways, I just want to throw it out there. Like, I don't think that European dude, he actually took padding out of the gloves. I think he just hit her like a man. And you know what, Clarissa? You want to get in there and spar like with a man? You want to talk trash in the ring to the dude who's taking it easy on you and not hitting you hard, and then all of a sudden he wails on you and puts you down? Don't complain. And all you little you little sissy boys out there who want to say, oh, you're beating up a woman, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. She willingly accepted the challenge, getting to the ring with a dude. Well, it's still not right. Shut up. It's boxing. She stepped out line, and she got put in her place real quick. And so hopefully she learns this lesson from the public criticism that she's getting. Otherwise, she's going to have a hard time making some money in this career that she's chosen. If you like these videos, go and click that like button. Of course, if you're not subscribed yet, go and click that subscribe button, because we got lots of other videos that are coming out, and you're going to talk about boxing. Until next time, stay motivated.